Good morning, everybody, and welcome in to Wake Up and Ball. I don't have any sound because I'm away, but do you hear this?
Yep.
All right, TD, you take it away.
Wake up and ball. Wake up and ball. Richie, let's go.
Wake up and ball. TD versus Richie, yeah, we gon' debate it all.
He gonna lose every time, y'all.
All right, that's enough of that one. Listen, man, welcome everybody to Wake Up and Ball, brought to you by BetUS as always. It's a good morning here. It's Wednesday, February 26th. All right, we got the combine right here at Indianapolis. We got a lot of head coaches, a lot of GMs talking to the media yesterday. And the first drill is going to start tomorrow. We had a big day in the NBA. Last night, Lakers, Mavs, spring training with baseball still kicking off. And yeah, man, there's a lot to get into. How about that hockey game last week, USA versus Canada? That was cool. I don't know if you watched any of that, TD. But listen, man, let's get into it. Hit that like button on your way in. Let's get it started, TD.
Let's go. Y'all punch that like button. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Wake up and ball with TD and Richie, man. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to get into some of these topics, but we also got to have a Q&A segment today. Want to see what you all want to know, what questions you or comments you all have. So we'll get into that in a moment. But yeah, man, it was some big hype last night. You know, Richie, with that Lakers Mavs game. The Lakers pulled it off, but what do people expect? They are the better team in my opinion. 107-99. Luka Doncic had a triple-double in the game, 19 points, 15 rebounds, and 12 assists. There were moments where it seems like he was doing some chirping, man, to the bench. LeBron led with 27 points, but Kyrie Irving put up 35. Actually, Kyrie Irving led, to be quite honest. He had 35 points, But yeah, LeBron had 27. He led for the Lakers. Lakers are now 7-2 since trading for Luka. Do you think the Lakers actually have a shot at a title this year, though, Richie?
Yeah, I do. I think they have a better chance now than they did. I think they have a better chance now than they did before the trade. Luka was in the finals last year. People forget that.
This is true, but he also was there with Kyrie.
Well, LeBron's better than Kyrie Irving, so.
Well, that's just not true. But yeah, man, Kyrie dropped 35 on him last night. LeBron had 27, man.
An L.
Well, you're right.
LeBron is objectively better than Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, the problem with the Lakers, I could see a Celtics-Lakers finals. The problem with the Lakers, you got to be able to, be clutch. And LeBron James just isn't clutch. And he going to take the last shot. It ain't going to be Luka.
Celtics are not making the finals this year, by the way. So we're not just going to let you say that and just.
Why can't we have serious sports conversation, Richie,
because they're not the best team in the East.
Instead of you capping for the Knicks.
I'm not capping for the Knicks. The Boston Celtics are not the best team in the East.
Here we go with this Cleveland Cavaliers sham.
This is the Cavs' year to make it, I'm telling you.
Why? Because they got a better record? Come on, Richie, you know better than
man.
That.
They're more impressive. I think this is their year.
What's the record? What's their record?
Well, they play this Friday, which is going to be fun.
Oh, Celtics, Cavs, right?
Yeah. I mean, listen, the regular season's not going to matter. Most likely those two teams will match up in the playoffs unless the Knicks can shock the world and get by the Celtics in round 2, which they will, by the way. Come on.
Stop it.
People counting out the Knicks just because of a few regular season games. Give me a break. Give me a break. Nonsense. Come on, folks.
Yeah, Cleveland's 48-10, so they only lost 10 games.
Wait, who'd you say is not clutch? 16
LeBron
points, 7 of 9 in the fourth.
LeBron James isn't clutch.
16 points, 7 of 9 in the fourth quarter.
No. We're not talking about front running clutch.
Front running.
We're talking about you down last night until we're LeBron talking about 2 minutes left, down by 2. 2 minutes left, down by 3. 2 minutes left, tied ball game. He shrinks. He disappears, Richie. You got to stop making this case, man.
Not for his career, maybe in his later years. Remember what he did with the Cavs in a second stint?
Actually, that's his career, Richie. He just had a little 2 to 4 year stretch where he was better at it. But remember, the guy's 20 years seems like he only had like 4 years maybe of he's delivering on all cylinders. LeBron James, remember the first like 7-8 years, that was the story. The last shot and being clutch. People were arguing it. Then he had this stint where he, start doing a little something in that area. And then all of a sudden, you slowly but surely see him going right back to what he was.
All right. Well, you're a hater. I want to get your thoughts of this news in the NFL of Terron Armstead taking some type of pay cut because he realizes the cap space for Miami right now. I want you to share some light and break down the latest on Terron Armstead taking some type of pay cut.
Yeah, in my opinion, there's a high probability that he's going to retire and he's doing the team a favor. Because if he was to get cut, if he had to make a decision for Miami, because Miami, they couldn't absorb his $28.5 million cap hit this year. So they probably already had told him, hey, man, we might need to cut you at this point. And he was like, man, I just don't know if I still want to play football or not. Let me do y'all a favor while I'm figuring it out. Because you're probably going to cut me anyway at this amount. Let me go ahead and reduce my salary all the way down to the minimum. And then I'll make my decision. Give me some time to make my decision, but that'll at least free up several millions of dollars for you to operate with right now for free agency. So the door is still open for him to come back, but it definitely would be at a way cheaper rate. Or he's going to retire. So he did the team a solid by allowing them to acquire the money now, because if they would have cut him, the team would have got less money. They would have got less money.
So if he retires, would you be on board for drafting an offensive lineman in the first round?
Excuse me. Now I would. Here's why. And it's a bad look though, Richie, because Patrick Paul, our second round pick last year at left tackle, that was supposed to be the, legacy of Terron Armstead, take over for him. He was putrid last year. He was ranked like 127th out of 141. I mean, he was horrible. And I know he's young, but we don't have time to be saying, okay, Patrick Paul, you're up. You can't do that on a hot seat year. So with that being said, I believe the priority now in the first round might be left tackle. But it's a bad look that you used the second rounder last year on a left tackle. That's a bad look.
Hey, man, if you got to draft a tackle again and then you have Patrick Paul as your long-term backup in the second round, hey, come on, man. That's what you got to do. It's all good. Well, folks, punch that like button. We're here live on Wake Up and Ball. A lot of stuff going on around the world of the NFL. Everybody's at the combine. I wanted to get your thoughts of, we talked about Mel Kiper's mock draft yesterday, but he went on ESPN Live yesterday, NFL Live, to talk more about it. You're a big Shedeur fan, and so is Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper has Sanders as his number one quarterback. And I want to get your thoughts of Mel Kiper saying that Sanders is a perfect fit for the Jets.
Yeah, just to clarify, the Jets, picking behind the Raiders I have looking at Sam Darnold. So that's going to be an option for these teams as well. That could push Shedeur maybe down to the Jets. That's what I had them doing. Hey, the Raiders could also take Shedeur if they don't get Darnold. That could be a possibility that the Jets trade ahead of the Raiders. The Raiders may have to move up to get Shedeur, but Shedeur in New York with the Jets, to me, is perfect. He's used to the bright lights. He's going to come in there. He's not going to be intimidated by it. He had to deal with all the expectations at Colorado. His father, Dion, he's been around this pressure-packed environment basically his whole life. And he knows I love Shedeur. He's my QB1. So you put him with the Jets, with Josh Allen and Tua in that division. Are you kidding me? And now, Drake May coming along. I really like the pick. If he's there, I think you got to take Shedeur Sanders if you're the Jets.
I mean, it's either people are saying, what is Mel Kiper smoking, or is he on to something?
I don't understand people with this. Like, what is Mel Kiper smoking? He's 100% on point this time. The only thing I disagree with, you don't wait to see if he's there. You go all the way up as far as you can to go get him. It absolutely makes no sense to me. Shedeur Sanders, the reason why he's a perfect fit for the Jets, because at least you already have an offensive line foundation. Okay? It's not like you got to start from scratch. Your O-line is garbage and you need 5 guys. Okay? And if this kid has the proper protection, he's going to be one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, and I'm talking about on a cerebral level. And that's what the game is missing right now. Guys who can do that, you know? And again, he's not Lamar Jackson, but at least he can, make plays with his legs. You know what? Mobily, he is Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes isn't the athletic freak, like out there shaking people.
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes, no, he's not. Patrick Mahomes, all he doing is running when the opportunity.
You've never seen Patrick Mahomes shake somebody.
Stop.
You stop. Have you not?
Richie, stop. You act like Patrick Mahomes out there putting people on skates all day.
I'm not saying all day, but you're making it seem like he can't do it.
Yeah, Richie.
He doesn't rely on it like some, but he does it.
I've seen Tua do it. Like, come on. I've seen Tua juke somebody. I've seen Tua run a jet over, matter of fact. Like, Patrick Mahomes ain't that kind of guy like Lamar where mano, I'm putting the move on you and I'm gone. No, he's an opportunist where if the opportunity presents itself, he can run and get out of bounds or run and slide or run and get as much yards as he can. But all I'm trying to say is he's not a statue in the pocket. He does want to beat you throwing the ball, which is a good thing, but he can also take off and run if the opportunity presents itself. Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders, they're going to be great in this league. And here's what people are doing. People have this thing built into them in their personality where they just don't like the cockiness. They don't like the demeanor. And they don't understand those are the type of quarterbacks that are going to be the future that gets it done. Having that confidence, having that swagger. Having that, like, I know, Richie, you've been watching the Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders training and going back and forth and talking trash to each other. I know you've been watching that. You see that type of stuff, they're not taking it personal because they're that tight, but they can jaw with the best of them. They're not backing down from anybody. And that's what it's about. Guys who have that personality, and those are those guys that are comfortable in their own skin. They're not insecure. They don't do something well. They're not going to quiver and be like, well, I'm trying to be better. No, they have the full confidence in their abilities. People don't understand. These guys are going to be awesome. If the Jets got an opportunity to take him, they have to. If they don't, all this Jaxson Dart stuff, that shouldn't even be discussed. It should only be discussed as a contingency. But trying to target Jaxson Dart as the plan, that's crazy to me.
Don't hate on my boy Jaxson Dart.
I'm not hating on Dart. He might actually be a good quarterback in this league. But I personally feel like
throw the combine, Sanders, and prove that you're a dog.
Why does he got to prove what he already proved?
He ain't proved nothing on the NFL stage yet.
But he can't. He's not going. The combine not going to prove anything.
It's going to prove that his arm is on the same level as the guys around him.
You can cut the what? I mean, the arm, Richie.
Yeah, you need to have a good arm in this league.
Is that not the same arm that was thrown in college?
Same arm, but you got to go out there at the combine and prove that you can throw. Spin that thing.
He did it every Saturday in college. What is a combine with a title of NFL combine going to change?
It's going to change. It's going to change.
That's not going to change.
You're on one this morning, though. Super Dave Boston says, OMG, what a morning for TD. LeBron's not clutch. Mahomes can't run. And Tua can run like Mahomes. TD had some of whatever Richie was.
Who's saying Mahomes couldn't run? What I'm saying is when you look at the style of runner that Lamar Jackson is, Kyler Murray, those guys that can shake you and use their speed to get around, that is not Mahomes. I didn't say he couldn't run. What I'm saying, he doesn't run like those guys. They can go get it. He go get
and tiptoe down the side.
Yeah, please play it, Richie. Please play it. Please.
Play what?
Some general runs, escaping the pocket, running. It's
General
not
run?
the same. It's not the same as Lamar.
General run?
Yeah. Look at this. Just let me run on the outside.
Oh, wait. Whoa.
A defensive lineman of 300-pound defensive tackle.
I think I gotta change your name. You're the king of discrediting, like to fit your narrative. Like in order to fit your narrative, you have to deflect and discredit everything. He jukes out that's Fletcher Cox, bro. That's not a defensive lineman. That's one of the greatest defensive linemen the Eagles have ever seen. And you're just gonna diminish the fact that he doesn't juke him out of his shoes and pick up the first down. I mean, this is what I'm talking about.
You use the 300-pounder as the example. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all got to stop this cap. Like, come on, man.
I'm just showing you, bro. I'm not saying he can run like Lamar and Josh Allen, but he can still juke people out and make up yards with his legs and pick up first downs. That's what I'm talking about.
Every quarterback in the NFL can out-juke a defensive tackle. No? That's all I'm saying. Yes.
Man, you're the king of discrediting, bro. It's like crazy. He makes a great play, picks up like 14 yards with his legs, and you have to bring up it's a big man. I mean, the defensive linemen are the one that's rushing the quarterback. Is that not true? Those are the guys he's got to juke out.
Oh my gosh.
So this is a defensive lineman and defensive end, by the way. Like, we're just gonna discredit it with another guy chasing him down.
No, I'm not discrediting. What I'm saying
My point is you said that Mahomes can't juke anybody out and can't get the edge to pick up yards with his legs.
I say he's not
so many instances when he can do that.
I say he
cannot do that.
Okay. All right, Richie. See, you, Richie, you did this to yourself, Richie. Come on, Richie.
What? The heck is this?
Let me get. Oh, don't worry. This is just a commercial. It's coming. All right, let's play it, Richie. No, I'm protesting that. Go ahead, Richie. You ready, Richie?
You ready? You gotta be careful.
Ready?
This is him.
That's one. In the pocket. Oh, he can't do it. He can't do it.
What? He got tripped up. Was it a juke?
By Buddha Baker. And that's another point.
If he kept going, then yeah, it's a juke, bro. Buddha tripped him. What are you talking about?
No. Hold on.
That's a tackle.
Pull it back up. Who is the linebacker right in his face, Richie?
TD, what are you doing?
I don't know what just happened. That's you doing that, Richie.
No, that's you, bro. This is your screen I'm sharing.
Oh, you're sharing the wrong one.
No, this is you. Oh, man. What are you? All right. This is why you're not a producer.
You might be right.
Bro, Tua literally didn't even juke him out. He got tackled and gained an extra 2 or 3 yards because he stumbled forward. That's the example?
Richie, all I'm saying is it ain't that much of a difference. There's levels to this. That's all I'm saying. Mahomes is not the type of guy. If you want to look at some juking, you go look at Lamar. You go look at Kyler Murray.
Same level as Lamar and Mahomes.
That's all I was saying. He's not that kind of runner.
Yeah, and
that's what Shedeur is. He's the type of guy that takes an opportunity when it presents itself. Will all quarterbacks make a move sometimes? Yeah, but it's not in his wheelhouse to just do it on a consistent basis and go out there and put it on the line and make plays? No. Patrick Mahomes likes to improvise behind the line of scrimmage. All the extra running, that's no different from all the rest of the quarterbacks when he get out and get extra yards. That's all I'm saying. Shedeur reminds me of Mahomes when it comes to escaping the pocket.
What about Cam Ward? Who does he remind you of?
Cam Ward, man, and I see Jesse in the chat hating on Cam Ward, next year's MVP. Listen, man, Cam Ward, that dude, he remind me of what kind of runner is Cam? Like I said, my comp is the early version of Deshaun Watson, minus the massages.
Well, he wasn't doing that early on, or was he? I don't know.
What? Deshaun Watson balling? Oh, I'm sure he was. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
So, all right, Cam Ward, Deshaun Watson. Now, are you buying into the Travis Hunter hype? Do you think he's going to translate to the next level? Because the Jets, for some reason, the head coach and the GM of the Jets got asked about Travis Hunter out of all the prospects, and they both said, yeah, we're figuring out, like, how would we utilize him, like corner, wide receiver? And I'm like, you think about drafting Travis Hunter? I mean, I don't know. What's your thoughts on Travis Hunter? Do you think he's going to translate to the next level? Is it whatever team he goes to is going to play corner, more wide receiver?
You got to let this kid play both ways until he proves he can't handle it. Problem with Trav, first of all, let's get something straight about Travis Hunter as a wide receiver. He's not the wide receiver people think he is, like this elite wide receiver. Trav is a guy who runs through traffic, has good hands. Like, I'm running between zones and I can make the catch. I'm an athlete. I'm a baller. But I'm not out here routing people up. I'm not out here like no, he's just a great athlete. So you use him as a number 3 on crossers, on all those type of things. And he runs through traffic and he can make the catch as long as the ball's being delivered. But he's not out here putting his foot in the dirt, running, putting on a route clinic. But he's still a good weapon at the receiver position because he catches the ball very well. And he has a knack for getting open, like finding open areas, especially when the play breaks down. But as a corner, that's where he's elite. I feel like he's going to be an elite zone coverage corner. Man to man, he's going to be really good, always in place. My biggest problem with him at the cornerback position, I just don't see a world where he's winning his battle against the DK Metcalfs of the world, the Mike Evans of the world. You throw that ball up in his mano-a-mano high point, don't have a shot in the gun range. He's going to be there, and hopefully that deters the pass, but it ain't going to deter floating that ball up in the air, go up 50-50 and get it. He's not stopping these guys in the NFL from getting those 50-50 balls. But you got a great corner because he'll always be in position. He'll be there to make the tackle, you know? So just a great talent overall, though. He still deserves to be one of the top players drafted. I just think that you got to play him both ways to maximize what you're getting out of him.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see, where do you think he's going to go? Giants?
I'm going to be honest, man. That's the wild card. Him and Genty is the wild card of it all. I have no clue who's going to take Travis Hunter. But again, that's the tricky part. How do these teams view him? If you view him as just a one-position guy, then I don't know where he's going to go. If you view him as a multi-position guy, yeah, if you're the Giants, even if you're the Jets and the quarterback's not on the board, yeah, I can see it. You know,
falling to 7 or trading up for him?
Falling. You know, don't trade up. If he's there at 7.
I mean, listen, we got Travis Hunter and Sauce. That's the best corner duo in the league. We got Garrett Wilson and Hunter, we got the best wide receiver duo in the league. So either way, pick your poison.
Yeah, like somebody at DF said, Browns 100% take him. Here's the tricky part with the Browns. The only way you get out of this Deshaun Watson situation, you got to draft the quarterback that's making minimal dollars that can still help the team. So you got to go get Ward or Sanders if you're the Browns, and they'll be stupid not to. It's the only way you can absorb that fully guaranteed contract and not trip. And not trip. Basically, you'll be saying instead of paying Deshaun Watson 50, we're just paying 60 at the quarterback position. Because we got that first round rookie. And that's what Dak Prescott making. So you can still mentally say we just got a high priced quarterback, but at least he's good. So you gotta take a quarterback. And if they don't take a quarterback, you have to go Travis Hunter. He could be a weapon on both sides of the football for you if you're the Browns. But they gotta go quarterback. If they don't go quarterback, they tripping.
I like what Jesse says here. Hunter is drafted by the Jets. He would love picking off Tua twice a year. Oh, yeah. Easy.
You misspelled Purdy.
All right. I want to get your thoughts. I don't know if you remember this, but when the Jets announced that Aaron Rodgers is no longer going to be back, some Jets players went on social media, and Quinnen Williams went on social media and said, I guess another rebuild year for me, and basically voiced his frustrations of the Jets getting rid of Rodgers. And Aaron Glenn was asked about how he handled the situation with Quinnen Williams yesterday, and this was Aaron Glenn's response.
Yes, I have talked to him. And listen, I understand the reaction of the players, but I will say this. Every decision that me and Mooch make is to win, and to win now. So I understand it. But again, listen, this is not going to be the last decision I make, right? That's going to upset some people. And that's okay, right? But as men, we talk about it. We make sure we keep it in house. That we're going to continue to do.
Man, I'm telling you, TD, there's a different energy with this guy. He's like angry at the podium. Usually we had Saleh, who's like a little like too nice of a guy. We had Gase, who's just like too weird of a guy. We went, and then Bowles is too shy, and now we have Glenn, who's like, I don't know how to put into words, but it's like exactly what the Jets need, because that these media people are trying to get him, and he's just like, I'm
gonna be honest with you. Mentally, right now, I'm having a big dilemma. I want to praise what he just said so much, but it's the Jets. I can't stand y'all. I don't want y'all to have good things.
It's just a press conference. It's all right. You're not pushing us too hard.
Yeah, man. I felt that. I ain't gonna say what I want to say.
What you gotta say, man? What do you mean you felt it? That's what I'm saying. I feel it too, bro. Trust me. And I'm like,
Shady said, "Don't do it, TV." Yeah, I know. I ain't trying to give him no credit. I ain't trying to give him
credit, man. You're analyzing a press conference, bro.
No, man. Listen. Y'all lucky. Y'all, that's all I'm gonna say. Congratulations, you got you a coach that can lead by example and really alter change in culture for the team. I mean, what it basically tells me is that he talked to Quinnen and basically said, I understand, but every move we make, we want to make, and that's probably what he told him. Every move we make, we want to be clear. It's to win. So I'm counting on you as one of the leaders, as one of the top dogs on the team, to get behind this, and you're going to look up and you might be shocked that I know what I'm talking about and I know what I'm doing. So get behind that until it fails, and then we'll talk about it as men. Any frustration you have, let's talk about it as men, but let's try to keep it in-house between each other. And he probably gave him that directive. Let's not be out here on social media spreading this stuff. Let's talk about it together. Let's be a part of this team together. Let's figure this out together, And I promise you'll probably have minimal outbursts moving forward on social media.
That's what we need, man. These Jets players are too loud on socials.
Now,
I want to show you one more AG clip, because he kept getting asked about Aaron Rodgers. Of course. And you can only imagine what his reaction to the Aaron Rodgers questions is.
When you're evaluating these rookie quarterbacks, like what are some things you're looking for?
We're looking for winners. We're looking for winners.
Are you confident that you can find a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers in 2021?
We're confident we're trying to win games. So that may be, it is what it is. So, and that's it. And the thing is, I don't want to disrespect any of the players we have on our team. And it kind of pisses me off, and some of the other players, that's what we all talk about. You have Quentin Williams, you have Quincy Williams, you have AVT, now you have Joe Tippmann. All those guys need to be respected as far as winning games also.
That right there is, I think, a big reason why they got rid of Aaron Rodgers, because they want to make this a team and not a one-person team like Aaron Rodgers was. That's what I'm taking away.
Richie, did you go live about that?
Yeah, broke down the whole
Okay.
thing. Why?
No, just good stuff right there, man. And we stuck with McDaniels. Oh, God.
Hey, man, listen. All I'm going to say is press conferences don't win games. I'm fired up. I'm not going to lie. Every time I watch Aaron Glenn, I'm like sitting there like, oh my God, that's what I've been waiting for, a coach like this. But we don't win no games yet. You know what I mean?
No, I'm so tired of Mike McDaniel, man. Jesse said, TD, can you do a McDaniel impression of if he was asked that question? And that's the problem I do have, though, Richie, because you see Aaron Glenn is concise, precise, to the point, a matter of fact. Mike, like, really, if he was asked that question, he literally, how confident are you that you can find a quarterback better than Tua? Well, the goal of every team is to, evaluate on a individual basis. And when you do that in return, what happens is collectively you get together and you try to, instill the things that have worked over time within the team. And if you, adhere to those things, what tends to happen is guys, the camaraderie of an organization starts to show where, selecting a guy is more about, the feel of, the direction of the organization. And sometimes what happens is, the guy you had, was great. He was great. And, the function of the team and the direction, how you want to structure things, collaboratively, you try your best to work with those who, are trying to improve their craft, make things more tangible from a success standpoint. And how you want to frame that in a way where,
oh my God,
he won't stop, Richie. Like nothing finishes. No point is finished.
Oh man,
Like, oh, it's crazy, man. Oh my God, we just doomed the field.
Well, with that, let's see how Aaron Glenn opened up his press conference, right? Before he got asked any questions, let's hear what he had to say yesterday. He goes up to the podium, and this is what he had to say.
As I said in my press conference, I'm very grateful to be the head coach of this team. There's a number of things that has transpired over this first month of being the head coach. The things that have been that's been important to me is the conversation that me and Mooj has had about this roster, about the coaching staff, scouting department, and the conversation I've held our ownership group about how we see this as a team and moving forward. So those things have been outstanding to me. Listen, Mooj has talked about the Aaron Rodgers deal. I don't think there needs to be anything else said about that, especially with some of the players we have on the roster also. I don't think anything has to be said about that. I'm excited. I'm excited for the forward thinking of this group and what we're going to do as a team. So we're here to win now, and we're looking forward to it. So any questions?
Man. We're here to win now. And he said that many times, win now.
I will say this. I feel bad for him though.
Why?
You don't realize it's the Jets.
But he knows it's the Jets. He is a Jet. It's not like he's
destined to fail, Richie. Destined to fail.
It's not like he doesn't know. It's not like we're hiring someone externally. We're hiring one of ours.
He don't know. He don't know, Richie.
Oh, he knows.
Destined to fail.
TD, he was a player of a one-win football team with the Jets. Bill Parcells comes in here.
He's about to be a coach of a one-win football team.
And you know what's crazy? When Bill Parcells, funny story, when Bill Parcells got hired by the Jets and Aaron Glenn was like a young, stud corner, there's a lot of people in the media speculating about Aaron Glenn getting traded. Aaron Glenn walked into Bill Parcells' office right when he got hired, and he's like, "Hey man, what's all these like news about like me getting traded?" And Parcells told him like, "If we get a good package, yeah, we'll trade you." And Aaron Glenn was like, "Oh, that's Bill Parcells," and he walked out of that office like, "Okay, that's crazy. I'm one of the best players in this team," and my head coach just said, "Yeah, if we get a good package, like they'll consider trading me if it benefits the team." And I think that stuck with Aaron Glenn to this moment of like his assertiveness with his players. And like, that just shows you the type of character that he is as a person. I think that moment shaped who he is to this moment is why I want to say that. That's a harsh reality to swallow. Your head coach saying that. It's like, no, we love you, man. We cherish you, bro. Like, nah, if we get a good package, you're gone.
Richie, what do you think the Jets are going to do?
What do you mean?
With the 7th overall pick.
Great question. No idea, man. That is the biggest mystery I feel like I've ever had as a Jets fan. And I've been through a lot of drafts with the Jets, of course. I honestly have no idea. I think that there's a chance, and Darren Muji said that there's a chance that they move up in the draft. He said there's a chance that they move down. But all options are on the table. And, I think they're going to go quarterback really early in this draft. I just don't know if it's going to be Ward or Sanders because that's going to be hard to get. But if it's not Ward or Sanders, I can see them going trenches.
Trenches? Yeah. Like, what's your O-line situation? I thought y'all were good.
More defensive line.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we do have a hole at right tackle, so if we want to get an offensive lineman and plug that in, and then we have just an offensive line set for the future. But I think there's other options out there. And it's just like, it's hard to predict for me, TD, because this is the first year with this new regime. Like, if this was year 6 of Douglas, I'll give you a better idea because I've seen Douglas draft. But I've never seen Darren Muji draft. I've never seen Aaron Glenn draft. So big unknown for me. But wow. I can listen to Aaron Glenn talk ball all day because he fires me up.
Yeah. I just thought about something with this draft because Jesse's in the building and he said Jaxson Dart season, right?
Jesse knows, man.
Yeah, but you know what I realized? You know what the 49ers need to do? They do, though. They do, Richie. They need to draft Jaxson Dart and save the money. You still got Purdy under contract for 1 year. You need to draft Jaxson Dart and save the money.
But then Purdy's going to go into the season like, well, I'm not going to be here long term. He's going to want to be traded.
Nope, Jaxson Dart, you up. Let's go get some assets for Purdy. Like, here's the reason why I say that. Because they know how to develop quarterbacks, just like Mike McDaniel. That's what they do. They can make a above average quarterback look good. I ain't saying great and elite, but they can make an above average quarterback look good. I mean, you see how seamlessly they did it with from Jimmy G, and then they had Trey Lance. Oh, that ain't work. They know how to get away from it right as soon as possible. Then Purdy, and this is a higher prospect. This is a higher prospect. I would go Jaxson Dart and make Purdy play his last year. And if he doesn't want to play the last year, hey, I got a big asset that I could trade before the draft. And look at how many teams gonna miss out on a quarterback. And a lot of them would take Purdy. He's done enough work in the league to where they can get a nice package for Purdy. And now you have Jaxson Dart, a foundation of a team already, but you got a lot of draft capital after that can really fill some of those holes with those older guys and those veterans and set your future up the same way it's been, contending. Because I don't know if the 49ers are going to be able to maintain contention once they pay Purdy. About a year or two after they pay Purdy, I feel like they're going to be scrambling like everybody else out here doing after they pay somebody. So if I'm the Niners, man, I would really consider, especially where they're drafting, I would consider a Jaxson Dart selection.
Wow. Never thought about that. That would be similar to a Bo Nix situation. But we'll see. I think
Jesse said Purdy to the coach for a second. Sign me up. He could get more than a second for Purdy. Right?
No.
Come on, man. You got the elite quarterbacks going for 3 first-rounders and stuff like that or more.
What team's going to want to pay that and pay Brock Purdy as their franchise quarterback, though?
Well, guess what? Somebody got to pay him, and guess what? If he doesn't have any suitors, then his value goes down. His market just dropped. Remember, these type of trades, the deal is already known before you submit. So at the end of the day, he'll actually see that his market may not be as good if nobody would trade. And then San Francisco would have even more leverage to, hey, well, maybe we do want to re-sign you, but it's for a lower amount now. Like, I would play this thing out, man. I think they could be okay without Purdy if they got a solid court. Man, if you could turn Sam Darnold into what he was, man, I'm fine with a Jaxson Dart.
Well, Jaxson Dart, he's going to be a rookie. Darnold had a lot of years of growth in the NFL, so that's a big difference. He had to go through the NFL world to like see how he can do it. We got a Patreon mailbag from LaSalle. Can you see the Jets getting another running back like Gibbs or stick with the running back core we have? Listen, the running back core that we have is very good. I like the running back core. This is a deep running back class. I could see the Jets go get another running back later. I don't see them drafting one early, LaSalle. I don't. I like Breece Hall. I like Braylon Allen. I like Isaiah Davis. And you can argue, I'm definitely not going to compare it here. The Lions have a way better 1-2 punch, but the Jets kind of have that same vision. Jahmyr Gibbs, Breece Hall, Montgomery, Braylon Allen, that Thunder Lightning 1-2. You got Montgomery, who's that guy that's going to get the bruise, short yardage, physical runner. That's Braylon Allen. And then Jahmyr Gibbs is a guy that can take it the distance with speed. That's supposed to be Breece Hall. We just haven't really seen that yet. So I don't think they're going to be aggressive at the running back spot. Unless they have an idea to trade or get rid of Breece, then it's another conversation.
Yeah, I just depend on how Aaron Glenn sees it. I noticed he didn't mention Breece Hall.
Yeah, the 4 players he named, I didn't take note of that. Trenches. 2 offensive linemen, and then the 2 Williams brothers. They came to his home.
Sauce too,
Sauce wants to be a Jet long term. I don't know if you're aware of that. And the reason why I know that, he's open about it on social media. Like he's like literally said it. Look, he said it right here.
Well, here's what I'll say. Does Aaron Glenn want him to be a Jet long term?
Yeah, I hope so. So Sauce says, I want to be a Jet long term. I don't know if that means we're going to extend him this year or next, but we're out there and Sauce is saying these things and Jets fans are like, hey, Garrett, what about you? Do you want to say that? So we'll see, man. I think that the idea of the Jets going, extending those 2 players would be good. But
what's the problem with Garrett Wilson? Why everybody keep talking about that? he getting traded.
It was just pure rumors that he was upset and he doesn't like Aaron Rodgers. And now that Rodgers is gone, people are saying he wants to be here now. I don't know. It's all speculation, really, that he didn't really want to play with Aaron Rodgers again.
Wow.
I don't know. But, yeah, man, that's really it. Hit that like button, folks. We have 82 live watchers. Don't forget to smash the like button. We're going to be giving away a Wake Up and Ball mug tomorrow. So make sure you guys enter our chance to win the Wake Up and Ball giveaway. All you got to do to enter is follow us on all socials on Roundtable Sports, X, Instagram, TikTok. Subscribe right here at Roundtable Sports. And then comment down below after the show's done, Wake Up and Ball mug, and we will get you a free Wake Up and Ball mug to match TD and I. TD, anything else you want to say before we wrap things up? Or I feel like...
Yeah, I thought we were gonna ask just a few questions.
Yeah. Q&A?
Yeah. If anyone has any questions you'd like us to answer for the next 5 to 10 minutes, we want to take care of that for you guys. Put your questions in the chat right now. Serious questions only, please. Serious questions only. All right, so hurry up and drop those.
Isn't that good? Too much fumbling issues. Why don't Richie realize that? He didn't really have fumbling issues. I think with him, it was lack of explosive plays with Breece and them seeing the field more than fumbling issues. Breece Hall completely did not live up to the expectations this year. I'm not sitting here denying that. I had a high expectation for Breece, and he did not meet that. And he needs to prove this year that he is one of the top dogs. So I'm not sitting here saying he is that dude. I'm not acting like he's one of one. I literally have said I'm on record saying he disappointed this year. But I feel like Breece deserves a chance with a new coaching staff and a new offensive line coaching staff and a new system, because I think that could definitely benefit a guy like Breece. You guys hear about the Gronkowski return rumors? Yes, it's false. Ian Rappaport already came out there and denied it.
Got it.
TD, how many more years do you think Hill and Waddle play for the Dolphins?
Hill, 1 more. Waddle, 4 more. 4 plus. Waddle's okay. He's going to be long term.
When are we going to talk about Waddle's grossly overpaid?
Oh, we got some breaking news.
We'll break
Harold Landry. Team gave him permission to seek a trade.
Yep.
Interesting.
You want him?
Huh?
You want him? Well, why are you changing the subject, man? You should have gave Waddle a Khalil Shakir contract. That's what he deserved.
Stop. It's crazy talk. But yeah, that's what I think. Hills, this is last year.
Rams better with Stafford or Rodgers, Adams, and a couple of picks for trading Stafford. Yeah, there was a big report yesterday that Aaron Rodgers wants to go to the Rams and he wants to bring Devontae Adams with him. And the Rams need to trade Stafford, of course, for that to happen.
Well,
do you think the Rams would be good with Rodgers and Devontae?
Yeah, I mean, as long as Rodgers taking a pay cut.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, Rodgers got something to prove. I think he wants to play. And now the way things ended, he don't want to have people looking at him that way. I think he's going to give another team a really nice, friendly deal. Like he's going to
go off.
Yeah, I think it might be just like $20 million or something, Richie.
Well, because if he gets released, then I guess he has a new contract to negotiate. So yeah.
Yeah, I think Rodgers will probably do something like a 2-year, $50 million contract, fully guaranteed. Yeah. And bring in Adams. And they got Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
Adams and Puka.
TD, would you rather Tua or Darnold? Come on, TD. I know you want to say it.
I don't know.
I mean, Sam stays healthy, though. So
that's a crazy good. Yeah, but Sam going forward in the big moment. It's always going to come to light.
And who else is going to fold?
Yeah. Tua's gonna fold. That's why I say I don't know, because Tua's gonna fold in a big moment too.
Yeah, all right.
But then, yeah, Sam, because he stays healthy. Because I was gonna say, Tua and Sam, both of them are good enough not to be good enough. And then I was gonna be like, but Tua got more upside. And then I was like, wait, Sam ain't old. So, but then it's just health. So Sam Darnold.
Good answer. Who do you see winning Coach of the Year first, Glenn or McDaniel? Glenn, maybe.
Glenn, that's an easy one.
If the Jets make the playoffs this year, he's going to win Coach of the Year because that's a 14-year playoff drought.
Bro, he ain't winning it then, y'all.
Do you think Giants trade up for Shedeur Sanders? So they would basically have to trade what? Up to number 1 or number 2? Because they could get Sanders at 3.
You got to move up to 2 because somebody else will trade with the Browns to go get them, and like the Jets. I'm telling you, man, y'all probably just need to be calling the Browns. That's who you need to be on the phone with. If you're the Jets, y'all need to be on the phone with the Browns.
We have Ryan, who's the number 1 Tua stan. Can't take y'all serious. Y'all really just said Sam Darnold's better than Tua. Insane take. He's the number 1 Tua near.
Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? Did you see what Sam Darnold helped his team do this year?
Sam Darnold's last year had a better season than Tua ever had.
I don't know. I got to look that up, Richie.
I mean, in terms of individual success?
2 years ago,
I know wins is not a quarterback stat, but
wins and losses ain't even close.
I mean, I think that factors in, though. I mean, if you want to look at numbers.
And Sam actually played well in a few big games. Yeah. They're 2 in the same to me.
Yeah. I don't think Sam is marginally better than Tua at all. But I think it's, you can argue. Real talk, how does it feel being in a division with TB12 followers by followed? Yeah, it doesn't feel good. We went from Tom Brady, we're like, yeah, Brady's gone, and then Josh Allen comes and wins the division 5 straight years. So that the AFC East is just like annoying division, and here we are.
Yeah, you got to get an elite quarterback that can contend. You got to get an elite quarterback. It's that simple. Otherwise, you're going to have a good quarterback that looks like they're going to give you hope all the time, but it'll never really amount to deep playoff success. When you got Buffalo, and the conference, when you got Buffalo, you got Baltimore, you got the Chiefs. You know.
Speaking of Buffalo, TD, Bills for life says, TD, when will the Dolphins beat the Bills? Richie, when will the Jets get out of 3rd or 4th place in the division? And you know what I'm going to ask him?
I don't know.
Bills for life. When are the Bills going to win a Super Bowl?
Win a Super Bowl, yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Oh, but the Jets, they won Super Bowl 3. At least get to the Super Bowl.
We'll win.
Not going to happen.
We'll win. We'll beat the Bills this year. We might even sweep them.
Sweep?
Yeah.
BetUS provides us some graphics to post, and they gave me a graphic to repost. That was one of my favorite graphics they ever provided me. You know what it was?
Nope. Yeah, I do.
Hey, man, it's not my graphic. The AFC East, the trophy case speaks for itself. Sorry, man. I didn't make it.
Wow.
You like this graphic, TD?
Yeah, that's tough, man. I'm sorry, Bills fans. That's tough. Like, y'all can have all the bragging rights right now, but you really don't.
If they won the Super Bowl this year, like, they would have everything to stand on right now.
Yeah, I just shut my mouth.
Yeah, we couldn't say a thing. Man. If Jets get Ward or Sanders, where do y'all rank in the AFC East QBs? I think it's too premature to rank them, in my opinion. They're unproven. I think you have to rank him after the rookie season.
Mhm.
I mean, I put him fourth. I put Josh Allen first, Tua second, Drake May third, and then Ward or Sanders fourth. Until proven otherwise. I mean, I think that's how you got to look at it. Am I wrong there?
You're not. You're not. Tua close to first though, but yeah, you're not wrong. No, we'll see. I just know it's gonna be a big shakeup in our division this year. Big shakeup. I don't think Aaron Glenn going out like that, like just to be a 4 or 5 win team.
No, he said at least 5 or 6 times we're trying to win now, which I think is a message that everyone's like saying like, all right, the Jets are punting because we got rid of Rodgers. But in his brain, he made the decision to win right now, not to tank. So, and also he got asked about is Tyrod Taylor your starting? Someone asked him literally yesterday, would you say Tyrod Taylor is your starting quarterback next year? I'm like, that's a crazy question at this time of year. He's like, no, we got the whole free agency and draft to get through. I'm not announcing nobody. Love Tyrod, but no.
Hey, listen, y'all lucky Jets. At least y'all got a little bit of excitement about, whoa, man, what's gonna happen? The Dolphins just like, man, who we gonna get?
Purgatory, man. That's the definition of it. What is the confidence in the Jets GM, though, to build a team? Is this Dose of Dion? Is this supposed to say vlogs or Vogues? What's Vogues?
Vogues, I don't know.
Is this Dose of Dion? How many channels do you have? What is the confidence in Jets GM, though, to build the team? Listen, I think that the Jets hiring Rick Spielman as their senior advisor, who has been a longtime GM for Minnesota, been in the NFL for decades, gives me a little bit more confidence in the Jets front office. Darren Muji's unproven. The one thing I do like about Darren Muji, TD, is that he's coming from an organization that went through an entire process to find Bro Nix. And he's taking that entire process here to the Jets. You know, with Denver, they went deep into the draft class last year. They went deep into the quarterbacks, and they found Bo Nix. So I'm hopeful that can help out with this Jets team. And another thing I'll say about the GM for the Jets that I absolutely love, and they both say it every single time they talk, is Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn are in lockstep. They see the game the same exact way. They see it, and that's so important. If you have a head coach and a GM in lockstep, and I think that's a big weapon. If you have differing opinions all the time, that's going to be detrimental.
Yeah, we'll see how they build this team and what they end up doing. You know, I'm not going to hype them no matter what they do because like last year, y'all made me look terrible. I thought y'all had a squad. Y'all were bums.
Wait, what'd you say, TD?
I thought y'all had a squad last year, and I was talking about it, and y'all just.
Hey, we still got that squad though, but now we just got a coach and a new quarterback. Richie, I'm more sad about not beating the Chiefs in the playoffs and losing Super Bowls 30 years ago. I never watched. There you go. Yeah, I mean that loss definitely stung a little bit. It's all fun and games, my friend. Yo, I never knew that said Vogues. Those are Dion, man. He out here. He's out here, bro. I love this guy.
Vogues.
Well, TD, anything else you want to say before we wrap things up?
No, I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in this morning. We appreciate it as always. Doe said I just got cooked on live TV. Let's go. Oh man. But listen, y'all tune in tomorrow. Right here on Wake Up and Ball. Man, why is my I'll show it tomorrow. I'll bring it up tomorrow. But y'all tune in tomorrow on Wake Up and Ball. Thank y'all for tuning in. And as always, we love you all. And don't forget to check the Patreon out for exclusive content as well, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you to BetUS for sponsoring this show.
Absolutely. Echoing everything TD said. Much love to everybody in the chat. Comment down below. Wake Up and Ball mug. We will announce the winner tomorrow. Much love to everybody. Big shout out to BetUS and shout out to everybody in the chat for tuning in every single morning for Wake Up and Ball right here on Roundtable Sports. We got some exciting things in the works that we'll announce at the end of the week. Peace out, folks.